G'day, Archie crew. Hope you're having a fantastic day today and your family's happy and healthy. Right, let's take a look at Truck World Australia, the latest thing that they've been doing in as far as they're adding towns and whatnot to their map. And this one they're showing us is Port Lincoln. Now, I've actually driven through Port Lincoln quite a few times in my journeys around Australia. And I can tell you just by quickly looking at what they've got to offer that even though it's not totally accurate, it's a pretty good depiction of the actual town itself. So let's take a look as we run through it. I'll let you know my thoughts. Again, the graphics are a work in progress, so just remember that this is not what the final product will be, or it probably will be close to what the final product will be, but I'm guessing it will be quite a bit better. What we're looking at here is a 1080p representation of their video. Let me just double check that it is set on 1080p. Make sure that we're getting the best resolution that we can. And as you can see, the towns, like I say, I've driven through this town quite often in Australia, in my journeys around Australia, and they've got the houses quite close to what they look like. And the streets and the trees, etc., extremely close to what it really is like. It's on a quite a bit smaller scale, I would say, compared to the actual town or city itself. It's in South Australia, Port Lincoln, if I remember rightly. And this part in particular they've got pretty well down pat. Well, like I say, I've already checked this video out, and I just thought I'd do a bit of commentary on it and let you know what my thoughts were. But if you have a look at the street, this is very good representation of the actual street in Port Lincoln. I can't remember the name of it, but the shops and the way the street layout is very close. And if you look over to the left in the distance there, which you probably can't see now, there were some silos, and there are some big silos because it's a port. There's some big silos for storage there. I think we go down, yeah, we're going to turn left here and go down past them. And again, they've got it extremely close to what it really looks like in real life. The one thing I will say that threw me off is if you look at this steering wheel, whoever the guy was that filmed this is obviously using a controller or possibly a keyboard and mouse to steer the truck. You think they'd use a steering wheel to make it look a bit more smoother, but there you go. He obviously can't afford a steering wheel. He's a low-paid developer waiting to make his big score in the trucking sim world. But yes, as you look over there, that's the silos I was talking about, storage silos. And again, very true to life. In Port Lincoln, they have actually quite a bit more of an extensive storage facility than that. Again, because of the scale of this map, I'm guessing that they've had to scale things right down to fit it in. But they've got pretty close. And like I say, I for one am certainly looking forward to this, especially driving through towns and cities that I've driven through here in Australia. It'll be a bit of a buzz to be doing that in a game. But again, the graphics are great. And again, remember, it is a work in progress, and a lot of people go, oh yeah, but the graphics aren't, they're great. I think they're pretty good. They're not, like I say, they're not great, but again, they're just showing you what they'll be doing. As this progresses, you will find that they'll improve on the graphics immensely, I think. And like I say, this street here in particular, they've got everything down pat. All the shop fronts and that look like they do in real life. And like I say, the trees are good because these are like the ghost gums of Australia. You saw those white sort of looking trees, like the trunk of the tree and the branches are quite white. They're called ghost gums here in Australia. And there was something I didn't notice until very near the end of the video that they've created here, and I'll point out when we get to it, which was, and here we are right now. If you look over on the right, you see these red bottles, brushes, and there we go, there's some more in the middle of the road. They're actually the bottle brush trees that we get here in Australia, and they're prolific in Port Lincoln, and as you can see, there's some more. And they've done a really good job in representing them and showing the garden structure of most houses and that, and the fencing. A little bit too cookie cutter in a way to me for the fencing and that. They should have a bit more variation, although there's some there, I suppose. But apart from that, that's it. My only criticism is that a lot of that fencing back there was just too much. They should have broken it up a bit. But again, from what I can see of this, if this is what their towns and cities are going to be like in the final product, they're very close to getting it right as far as I'm concerned. I think that this is going to be a good game if they progress with it at a little bit quicker state than what they're doing at the moment. I think that's the end of the video there, yeah. So yeah, let me know what you think. I mean, that's Port Lincoln. It's okay. Let's close that down and that down. So yeah, this is their devlog here. And it just says, where are we? Hello truckers, we're continuing to expand the map of Australia, focusing on new cities and coastal areas today. We'd like to share a video from Port Lincoln, which I've just shown you, one of the new locations our team is currently working on. Port Lincoln is a picturesque town overlooking the ocean, capturing the spirit of rural Australia. And this is just the beginning. Even more cities, roads and open landscapes are on the way. Follow us on social media, blah, 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 blah. And yeah, so they're doing a good job. It's taking a while, but I can understand why, because the Australian maps have never been done really. I mean, there was the Outback Australia in ATS, which we do run convoys on. In fact, we're going to be running one this weekend. So if you want to see a convoy live streamed in Australia, you'll be able to see that on my channel. But like I say, it takes a bit to get the aesthetics of Australia right. And it looks so far that they're doing a great job. Let me know what you think down in the description. Like I say, just a quick video to show you their progression. And again, I for one am looking forward to this game. When it comes out, I'll definitely be purchasing it and giving it a run for its money to see if it's worth its value. Hopefully it will be. So anyway, if you enjoyed that, give me the thumbs up. If not, thumbs down. Tell me what I did wrong. Hopefully I can fix it next time. And if you did like it, maybe we'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.